It's good to have you join us again for a fresh edition of your favorite. I'm sure this is your most favorite program on NTA2 Lagos Network Center. This is Close Flow, and it's our delight, it's our pleasure. We're always excited, to bring this program to you, knowing that you are out there waiting patiently to meet yet another distinguished Nigerian, because our guests are distinguished Nigerians who have come to share with us on this show their own experiences, their perceptions, their thoughts about how Nigeria can become one of the biggest or greatest nations on the face of the earth. Now, what are we looking at today? Today, we said we should look at that space where many of us are either too wary or too worried or too unsure what exactly we are doing in that space. And that's about law and order. That is about policing. That is about how each and every one of us relate to each other when it comes to maintaining law and order, or when it comes to fighting crime, or when it comes to preventing the breakdown of law and order. So what role do you play? What role do I play? So we said to ourselves, well, okay, we have the Police Community Relations Committee. Yes, that is one. I don't know if that agency is voluntary, whether it is compulsory. I don't know if it is a give back, that is a social give back on behalf. Well, I think we are going to let the horse, that is, the way they say it, from the horse's mouth. Let's hear from the horse's mouth, okay, as it were. So we have the chairman of the PCLC here with us, a good friend, a brother, a member of the family. When I say a member of the family of the broadcast industry, and of course, I'm going to task him later, but let's keep him safe so that he won't run away from the studio. He's here with us. He's going to be talking to us about PCRC and how you and I should be part of that policing community. Stay with us. We'll be back shortly.
Experience unlimited super-fast internet access from Entel 4G. Entel. Live more. Hey, beautiful. Your eyes, your smile are all begging me to take you home tonight.
Now reading page 3.
Experience unlimited super-fast internet access from Entel 4G. Entel. Live more.
We must dilate or if they have cataract, to look at the back of it.
All right. Thank you for staying with us. It's still Close Flow, and we are here with you. And I have a distinguished guest with us here. Actually, he's quite distinguished. If you look at his CV, you'll be amazed what he's been doing with the police for over 20 years. I have with me Apostle. Yes, Apostle, but we're not here to preach. We are here to look at, well, maybe as a matter of speaking, it's about the apostolic of how to keep crime away from our street. Apostle KEHINDE Adewale SHOWEMIMO, you are welcome to Close Flow.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Apostle Adewale SHOWEMIMO is a water engineer. Many of you are surprised. I'm not talking about baptism. I'm saying he's a water engineer. That means he went to school, went to university, and got a degree in that. He also has MBA, and then his postgraduate, of course, diploma, from a school in UK. So now let's bring all that home. Apostle, water engineering, police community relationship.
What's the link?
What is the link? Where is that coming from?
What's the link?
Yes.
Thank you very much, viewers. Thank you very much, NT, for bringing us to this platform. Let me just quickly answer the link. And the link is just that it's a voluntary organization. Is the program, the PCRC is vocational. It has nothing to do with your profession. It's a community service. We are getting from the community. we are doing our professions. You are an engineer, you are a doctor, you are a
You're a
trader,
lawyer,
you are a trader, you are
you're
a
a
lawyer,
broadcaster.
you are a broadcaster, you are a cash pusher, you are a mechanic, you are something. You need security to be able to flourish. You need security to even basically live
in that community.
in that community. So if you don't have basic security, you cannot even do your vocation. So the PCRC is just bodies in the community, individuals in the community that tends to relate with the police to make the community safer.
That is what it's all about.
That's just all about.
Okay, now, but you know, now, what are the fundamentals? You have defined what the PCRC is all about, but what are the fundamentals guarding or guiding how you relate to the police or what you do in that community, in that community?
That's quite good. I have to say this, that for quite some time, the establishment of policing or police in our society, not even in our society, all over the world,
yes.
is more of enforcement. It's more of, you have done this wrong, arrest, prosecute, and whatever.
And punish.
So it has made policing like a force. Then people see police and run away, even when you're not doing something wrong.
They see police, they are scared.
They're scared. But police are not achieving the role to secure the community through that process.
Oh.
They find out that they cannot even get information from the community because people are scared.
They are
No,
afraid.
you want to tell your child that is doing something, I'm going to call the police for you. So the child from the beginning is already scared about police. It's not thinking that I need to
The police
relate
is a
to the
good
police.
person.
It's a good person. So fundamentally it's wrong. And
I like that.
And police themselves, they have seen that the people are far away from them. And mind you, the police cannot secure the environment on their own
Unless they
have information, unless they have the cooperation, unless they have the support of the community.
Okay, I like what you just said. Now, you said the police itself, the police hierarchy, that is, has not realized
That's a system, yes.
the need for this.
And that's where I'm going.
Okay, now.
That's
okay,
where I'm going.
no, but again, the Nigerian factor, is the Nigerian factor at play here? Because usually the Nigerian factor is defined by the fact that we have classes of people. So the elite and the not so, the poor. Or the common man. You remember the way we have
high level and
yes, we used to have a program called
structure.
and we were looking at the common man and the elite. But so is that the same Nigerian factor operating with the PCRC?
Yeah, in the PCRC is the same. We have all the strata of the community there in the PCRC. As I was saying, let me just quickly bring this to the fore. The police organization themselves in 1984 realized what I said earlier and said, look, we cannot continue like this. Let's bring the community nearer. And they established the PCRC, Police Community Relations Committee.
Yes.
The trust, the faith and everything in the police was so low
At that time.
And they felt that this must be stepped up. And they brought the obas, they brought the professionals, they brought the people in the community, the professional groups and whatever. They brought them together and said, okay, sit together. Let's sit together with you and see how we can constantly look at problems and address them. You advise us, we advise you, and bring solution to insecurity in our environment.
Yeah.
And that is the origin of the PCRC. So PCRC is not for the high class, it's not for the middle class, it's not for the low class, it's for all the stratas of the society.
I like that. That's beautiful. That's reassuring. Now the challenges of the community itself. So the job of the PCRC is just to maintain relationships between the community and the police.
Fantastic.
Now, so will the community members be part of the policing effort?
Yes, that's now very good. Now we've created a platform for the interaction. Policing, or the police themselves, has the primary responsibility of maintaining law and order.
Yes.
in the community, and they want the community for assistance, for support. We have now created a platform. The two are now sitting. Now the government is now thinking, and the police themselves are now thinking of what strategy can we go do now, which is the community policing concept. The policing community concept is now where we are, that the community and the police are sitting down and looking at what is the problem about. Is it gang violence, violence crime? Is it a road problem? Whatever problem it is, how do we solve it together? We need this, we can provide this. We have this idea, we can provide. It's more of preventive, it's more of intelligence gathering, it's more of consultation, it's more of strategizing, it's more of working together. The Peace House has provided the platform. It's mere community policing concept, community policing philosophy, community policing strategy. That's exactly what we are doing.
Okay, now my worry again, you have captured beautifully what I'm sure many of our viewers are eager to hear. But one other element that you need to clarify is the same question of the fear factor. Many Nigerians are still very apprehensive when it comes to their relationship with the police. Even to go and report a crime, it becomes apprehensive, in the sense that it gets to the policeman to report a crime, and the man is arrested. So now you need to first help clear that air. So why would that happen?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This has been a perennial problem in our society. Somebody would tell me that they went to report to the police, at the end of the day, the person they reported came to tell them, police did this. Somebody would say, I went to report to the police, I got to the police station, I saw the criminal in the police station. Some of these things are fiction. I can tell you.
Some of them are fiction.
Some of them. Most of them are the hearsay. This man says this, this man says this. That's one. People the major problem we are even facing is the trust. Is the trust of the law enforcement agency. It tends to make the people don't want to trust the police for the fear of what you have said, for the fear of, if I go, they will arrest me, if I go, they will do this, because the orientation ab initio has been that police is
just about law
enforcement. And that orientation must change. It is even changing from the police. What police are doing now is to train the police elements, police officers, police personnel,
yes,
on community policing, on involving the community, on building the trust, even from the police end. And I can tell you, police is one of the few organizations in this country that shows sanctions for their erring personnel. How many times have you seen army people, Navy people displaying officers that they have done this, they have been arrested, even ordinary civil defense will not bring their people up to the camera that they have done badly. But police will come and say, we arrested this policeman doing this, we arrested this policeman, we have dismissed, we have prosecuted that. So they on their own are making the efforts. But we also need to support them. We need to trust the police.
Okay, now I like the issue that you have raised. I would need our viewers to know that we have the number for you to call us. I hope I'm not going to call the wrong number. So if my producer can just help me again with the number for you to call in now and join this conversation, because this conversation is about you and the police in your community. So it's very, very critical that you begin to now ask Apostle SHOWEMIMO, where exactly are we going on this? Now, one of the strategies for community policing is rapid response. The rapid response that we have with the Nigerian police at the moment, did it come out of your PCRC advocacy, or was that just part of their own program?
Thank you very much. Rapid response is a police strategy. Rapid response has a function of equipment, a function of vehicle, a function of personnel, a function of so many things, materials they require. You are looking at what is the time space for you to call police and they get to you.
Yes.
But I can tell you, I have a station that, because of my involvement, of PCRC's contact that has no vehicle at all.
Right now.
Right now, several stations, there is no single vehicle. I tell you, Police Trust Fund in Lagos State, they are providing vehicles for police to some extent.
Yes.
To some extent. Now, they cannot give to all the stations. They're making efforts to give. Now, remove Trust Fund of Lagos State.
And let's
see what is left. Let's see what is left. Almost no vehicle at all. No vehicle at all for the police to use. So when you're talking about rapid response, and you want to call the police office, please, I have a problem in my streets. And they tell you that there's no vehicle to come. We start coming on foot. Before they get there on foot, the criminal will have gone. Will have perpetrated so much havoc. So these are the challenges.
That's the reality.
And the reality. Now the issue of community policing and peace housing comes in now. I'm saying we have this problem in our society. We have called police 2-3 times. They couldn't get the vehicle. What can we do? Oh, there's a company there. There's association there. There's this. Let's put money together. Even if it's a Tokumbo vehicle, let us buy it for them and let them use. That's what they have done in Ketu. That's what they have done in some places.
Areas, yes.
That is community policing. That's peace housing working. And at least they have one vehicle to use. And then you can call them. When you call them and they say they don't have a vehicle, you can say, at least we gave you one vehicle yesterday.
So you can answer that question.
Yes,
you
cannot answer that query. But when nothing is given and the man said there's nothing for you to, and not only vehicle, so many other things.
Okay, now that's a good one. Okay, because that's like putting the ball in the court of the police. But now let's come back to this other side of the fence, where the police itself is saying that, which already you have explained, is not well funded. So let's first look at the ratios. How many police do we have doing the work of policing in Nigeria right now? Are we meeting up with the UN expectations? If you look at the ratios right now.
No, there's no point putting that across. If people are looking at this even all over the world, and if you save this here, the ratio we have, it will be ridiculous. Highly ridiculous, because we're having about 370,000 policemen.
So a population of 200 million.
It is, when you are supposed to be having maybe 500 to 1 or 1,000 to 1 or 2,000 to 1, we are having millions to 1. You go on the streets, do you find policemen apart from traffic men? If you go to other places, you see policemen strategically placed everywhere, in every nooks and crannies, patrolling. You can't have that, because out of these 370,
some already
fixed for VIPs.
Yes.
Senators, governors, rich men, some are already fixed for them out of this. Some are on standby like the PMF, mobile policemen.
Yes.
So few are left. Somebody was telling me at a station recently, DPO said, I used to have 300, 500 policemen in my station. Now I have under 80. I have under...
probably that's in a city like Lagos.
In a city like place. Some places you get to the station, you find just harmful people there. And that's why they said they want to be increasing the number every year. And they want to increase the number. They have bottleneck on who to recruit, who not to recruit.
Okay, now, I like that again. Now, the PCRC involvement now, I want to believe that it's an intervention, which is...
yes, it is.
Okay, now, so for the almost 20 years over 20 years I've been involved
35
in this
years.
35 years. Are you not discouraged?
No, it's not.
No, I'm not saying about you starting.
Okay,
I'm saying where the PCRC have been in place.
Oh, fine.
So, are you saying that you're not discouraged?
Yes, discouragement does not come into this, my dear brother, because it involves our lives. That's what we are preaching.
No. I'm saying you have pushed forward, for instance, an agenda, maybe to the police authorities. Please, let's do this, and that agenda stays there year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5. So, how do you feel as somebody who's trying to contribute?
You continue to do. You continue to move forward. You continue to do your role, play your role. Let me tell you, it's not that the police are not appreciating. They are handicapped. They are handicapped. It is, you can only know what the problem in a house if you are in that house. You cannot stay outside a house and begin to say that house, they have 20, they have 20 toilets in that place. They have this problem. You can't. We have relationship with the police.
Yes.
And we have seen that they are handicapped. Let me tell you, for example, for example, you go to a station, an area command.
Yes.
The government only builds a small office. It's not an indictment on anybody. We are on the air. They build a small office for an outpost. It was designed for an outpost, not even a division.
Yes.
Okay, what I mean by outpost is in a division you have another smaller unit, an outpost where there will not be armory or whatever there, and you suddenly uplifted the place to an area command because there's space. The community gave a space, so you have a large space. So area command come and stay here, division come and stay here, and no structures, no offices, nothing, virtually nothing, no fence, nothing.
Just the open ground.
Just the open ground. So the PCRC will now say to the community, we have brought a division here. We have brought area command here. Please let us help them. Let's put a structure here.
An appeal to the community.
Appeal to the community. We bring money. We bring our own money out of my engineering money,
Yes.
out of your legal money, out of your broadcasting money. We contribute money. Put an office there for them. Get them table. Get them this. Because even the vote for them is not enough for the headquarters, talk less of the station. Government has seen that. And what they are doing now is to say the Lagos Trust Fund example, let us use that across the country. Government, the federal government, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, has signed into law the Police Trust Fund program. Since July, they are planning to start implementing it now, where 0.005% of the profits of corporate bodies can be put into that fund, and they can use that for equipment, for training, and for so many other things. That is coming up, and we hope that when that is on the stream, things can be better.
Okay, now that is strategic, I must say. That is very strategic.
Yes.
Now, but besides funding, what else have you noticed as a gap in what the police should be giving back to the public, or how the public can gain some trust, can begin to, have some kind of trustworthy relationship with the police? Where are the gaps that you have noticed? Is it in the training of the police officers?
Yeah, that's a very, very good question. Yeah, the training and retraining.
Training and retraining.
Police will go for a few months course, and you give them uniform, and they're on the streets. You need to continue to train.
And they never went back to any...
You may not be able to go, because they're even shortfall in personnel. So for you to go for a course, when you need 100 people and 10 people are there, do they go on leave? You ask somebody,
they don't even go on leave.
They can't even go on leave. Even 24 hours, they work. People, see, sometimes you come rain, come sun, they are there. You look at a policeman, you will say your child cannot go and do that type of job.
As a Nigerian?
As a Nigerian, because they are overstretched. They are overstretched. They do 24 hours. Sometimes after 24 hours, they ask them to come back again because there's shortfall. There are issues to do. So all these are challenges that are there, which police and government have seen. I'm not saying they are not seeing it, but they are trying to, the progressive, trying to solve it, trying to see what they can do. But however, the community must support. Yes. The community must support to alleviate this. For example, what we are doing as the PCRC, especially in Lagos, is to say, okay, there are some low-hanging security issues that does not require
such a massive,
serious security training. For example, we talk about traffic control.
Yes, for instance.
Traffic control is not, you don't need to carry gun to go and do traffic control. You can see handicaps are on the streets, Maryland, several places. Doing the same thing. So all we need to do is to do field training, some training by the police, and secure. So what we are doing presently, we are planning, which is going to be materializing very soon, is to mobilize the community, PCRC, across the states. Prepare traffic jacket for them, train them, give them insurance, and give about 1,000 or 2,000 men to voluntarily support...
Not only men,
men and women, so to speak, to voluntarily support the police traffic section and demystify traffic problem in our communities.
Okay. All right. We have Shegun from Alagbado. Hello, Shegun. Shegun, yes, we can hear you clearly. Let's have your comments or your contribution, please, quickly.
In the respect of the police officer and person,
he's not a police officer. He's Apostle Showemimo. Shegun, wait, let me clarify. He's not a police officer. He's Apostle Showemimo. He's a member of the police committee, public relations community
Relations committee.
Please clarify that. So he's not a police officer. Yes, he's dressed. You yourself, you can be dressed like this. If you listen to him now, just listen to him, Shegun. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead with your comment or your question.
What I just know that about the issue of reporting a crime to police, then at the end of the day, it comes back to the person that is. I noticed one guy came and killed my generator. I think it's a small tiger generator. So after I reported to police and the police arrested me, so later on, the police now told me that we are going to court. So I said, I'm not going to court. So just give me my generator. He said, no.
Oh, sorry, I think we lost Shegun there. But he was trying to explain that he had to report somebody who stole his generator to the police. And the police turned around and arrested him. And now they are compelling him to go to court. So how do you react to that?
What I can understand from what you said, somebody stole his generator.
Yes.
The
And he reported.
He reported. The generator was recovered.
Yes.
And he said the last thing he mentioned is that what he didn't want to go to court, they just give him the generator back.
They should just give him.
That's what he said.
Yes.
Law is not like that. If they're going to prosecute the person for stealing, the generator is an exhibit. It's not a question I collect the generator back for you. Okay, go, the thief should go. Collect your generator should go. Life is not like that. It's a law. You have stolen somebody's generator. You are going to court. When you get to court, this man stole generator, this is the generator, this is the owner of the generator. And the court will say, okay, fine. For stealing generator, this is what you should do. And after that, release the generator to the person. It's as simple as ABC.
Yeah, well, it's as simple as that, Apostle Showemimo. But we know that the Nigerian judicial process is not as simple as that. What Shegun probably is trying to say to you is that he does not have the money or the time or the wherewithal to go to court. So what should the police do?
Oh, this is a very big challenge in the society. Police is government agency. It's a government apparatus for prosecution, for making law and order. It's a question of saying that, okay, are we agreeing that somebody who has stolen anything, who has committed a crime, wants to collect the crime, what he has stolen, give it to the owner, let the thief go? Is that what the police should be doing? If police continue to do that, then we'll have a chaotic situation on our hand. Yes, also the judiciary should help the situation.
Exactly.
It's not only the police. The role of the police is not to educate on any matter. It's to allow the court to educate and decide what it should be.
Well, maybe what we should be looking at, maybe the PCRC should look at that opening. How about alternative judicial system, rather than just making sure everybody must go to go and see a judge?
That's it.
Okay, all right, we'll take a break here because Apostle Showemimo wants to run away, but we are not going to let him run anywhere. Just stay with us. He's going to be here with us and answer your question. I've told you he's a trained engineer, so don't limit your queries to just policing or community policing. Maybe there are some areas in your locality where you have flood and all that. Maybe you should be able to ask him one or two questions. Thank you. Stay with us.
We must dilate the eyes. We look for if they have cataract, we look at the back of their eyes. They have glaucoma. We do a full workup for them.
A lot of our government should actually open their eyes, especially southwest of the state.
When we're looking deeper than we ever looked in before to ensure that we close all the loopholes.
It manifests as physical symptoms.
Every edition is an arresting conversation with distinguished Nigerians from various strata of the society, bearing their minds on how we can realize the Nigeria of our dreams. Join us live on Close Flow Monday, every week here on NTA2 Lagos Network Center. Close Flow. The conversation is about you.
Yes, you're still on to Close Flow, coming to you from NTA2 Lagos Network Center. And we still have engineer SHOWEMIMO in the house. Just before we went on that break, we are looking at alternative dispute resolution, if that is going to be a part of the judicial system. But we need to scale it up so they can deal. Now, let's bring that to the fore. Because now that you're looking at how we can use PCRC members as traffic wardens, or as traffic coordinators, as traffic controllers. So are we also looking at mobile courts for traffic offenders?
Yeah, let me come quickly on the alternate dispute resolution that I mentioned. Not mobile court this time around. PCRC is not a government agency.
Now, before you go further, Sunday from Ikorodu. Hello, Sunday.
Yeah, my name is Sunday.
Sunday, good morning. You're welcome. Please, let's have your, quickly.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. I really sympathize with the police force.
Go ahead.
Police, they are really trying. They are trying. These people say that if you go to report to the police, they will arrest you. I don't think that information is right. The information is wrong. I've been in Lagos State for about 10 to 12 years now. I've never been harassed by a policeman before. And it depends how you appear. When the policeman sees you, they will know who you are. We don't need to encourage the police so that they work better. You can't just appear anyhow like those touts. And when they are ready, they raid you. Tomorrow you blame the policeman that you had. Why would you appear like touts? So they are really trying. I really appreciate them. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Sunday. Okay, quickly, just say something before you continue your comment. Yes.
Oh, just want to comment that let us continue to have the trust in the police. We cannot look at what few people are doing and use that to generalize and have a generic opinion about an organization. Our own position is that it's about our lives, it's about our properties, it's about security. Let us join hands with them to make
it right.
Okay. And that's my response to that.
Okay.
As we were discussing about the alternative dispute resolution, you're very right. One, I know very well, because of this, my interaction with the police and PCRC, that Lagos State government, of course you may know, they have this as a basic thing. They know this problem too. Alternative dispute resolution. There's this Citizen Mediation Center.
Yes.
Which is
statutory.
Which is statutory from the Ministry of Justice that does alternate dispute resolution. There are a lot of disputes in communities. Husband and wife are coming, they're coming to the police. Brothers and sisters are coming to the police. Somebody, I can tell you, let me give you a very typical example. I was in the police station one day, and somebody came to report and said, somebody in my neighborhood, maybe face me, I face you. As I was coming out, the person used his hand like this and just shh to me. What do you want the police to do? To come and arrest the person?
Your neighbor hissed at you.
Hissed at you, and you want the police to come and arrest. There are so many things that they want the police to do, which the community can come together as alternate dispute resolution, even in the police station, to resolve. There is a conflict resolution officer in the police station, one person, which can work with the community elders, community personnel, elders in their community, and resolve minor issues. PCRC in Lagos State, we went to that Citizen Mediation Center for training. We went for training, for a whole day training. We are back to the stations to join the police to resolve some minor issues that doesn't need to go to court.
I like what you just said. But again, this is just like you need to re-emphasize some of these points. Obviously, this information is not in the public space.
I agree with you.
So what is the police doing as part of the capacity to win over the trust of the... So shouldn't it be police or the PCRC or using the PCRC pass this information to the public?
Yes, pass this information to the public. It's a gradual thing. We don't want to be overwhelmed. We want to do this gradually. And when we see that we are very capable about it, things are going very well, we can expose it. We are still doing minor ones, and see how we can resolve issues.
Building your models.
Building your models. And at the end of the day, we can now see that, yes, open it up, people will not go to court, they will start coming there.
Okay, wait on, engineer. We have Mrs. Akimade from Alimosho. Yes, you're welcome, madam.
Encouraging themselves because they see us some bad who put them to.
Mrs. Akimade, can you lower the volume of your TV set so we can hear you clearly? We didn't hear that part.
I will put my.
Hello. Hello. Yes.
Hello.
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 Hello, ma'am. We can hear you now. Yeah, we can hear you now, ma'am.
You are hearing me?
Yes, please.
And I said, the police are trying. That most of them are working very hard. But some of them are so bad that they are spoiling the good work of the good one. In fact, as I'm talking now, I have a very bad experience that one of my people was shot dead at the police.
By a police?
Last week at Georgia, which made me sad that they are not taking care of the police. They should be
a policeman's
taking
shot dead.
care so that they will work well. He was shot. It's my sister's son. I'm still sad about that.
Sorry about that, Mrs. Akimade.
We pray that they
we
arrest those people who killed the innocent man. Doing it.
We do empathize with you, man. We are sorry about that for the loss. But I would like Engineer SHOWEMIMO, who is actually a member of that community or that committee, to please respond to that. So now, yes, a victim now, for instance.
It's a very sad story. Very sad story that several policemen are killed on duty. And, well, we don't have to indict anybody. Sometimes, let me tell you, sometimes in BCRC, sometimes ago, we had to float insurance scheme for slain policemen. Before government could even decide when a policeman is dead, is killed, you find it difficult to even, there's no insurance, there's nothing. And it's just, even the family is just continue to suffer.
That's another thing. The living conditions of police.
We cannot even complete that here in this discussion. We can't complete that in this discussion. And that's why Peace House is trying their best to whatever we can do to mobilize the community to see how much support we can give to this policeman. You are sleeping.
Somebody's out there.
Somebody's out there. In the rain, in the sun. You are in the club dancing with your girlfriend or with your whoever. They are outside there. You know what? Somebody wants to do a party. And they invite police to come and guide the place. Please give me a mobile man. You give money. Even to give them food or water outside there, they find it difficult. They feel that they are slaves. They have forgotten that many of them are graduates too. So how do you encourage them to do this type of thing? The only thing people are talking about is
the crime level.
No, not only the crime level. Policeman collected 5,000 from me, collected this from me. And let me quickly say this. I'm not apologies of the police, no. But reality. You want to take a one-way. You know this is a one-way. And policeman is just nearby. And you just enter the one-way. And the man stopped you and said, look, we are going to court. I don't want to go to court. Please leave me. What you would do is that, okay, let me
give you something.
Let me grease your palm so that you can release me. And you say policeman is corrupt. You are the first person that is corrupt. You offer, and the man collects. So both of you are guilty. Policeman will not see you walking on the way and just say, bring money for me. He's not a bad person. So apparently, the system needs to change. First of all, as those scholars, the scholars have said, we need to start to appreciate the work of our policemen.
And this is what PC House is about.
And this is what PC House is all about. One, we also need to start to trust them to some certain extent.
No. Let's bring this to the street, because you said something earlier on as part of your background information.
Yes.
PCRC membership, is it restricted? Is it exclusive? Or if it's all inclusive, why are we not having many more members joining, many more citizens joining PCRC?
Why we have today, our statistics says in Lagos alone, we have about 6,000 members.
But I'm sure if I'm going to ask my studio hands, how many of them have joined PCRC in their community, I won't get a single vote.
No, 6,000 men or 6,000 people in Lagos relative to population of 20.
Yes, 20 million.
It's very highly insignificant. Highly insignificant. But the fact is, it's a gradual process, as I said earlier. We are coming up to get people, many people being encouraged to come on board. Before you know it, every nooks and crannies will have peace house.
So it is not exclusive?
It's not exclusive. It's open. It's open. Come to one of the meetings, you see artisans, you see people in Thai, you see people in Agbada, you see people in various. So it's across, I said earlier, across.
Is it a burden to be a member? What are you? Are you tasked? Are you fined? Are you levied?
Yes, it is, and no, it is. It's not. Any organization that you should be, you come in, fill a form, you are screened, that you are not a criminal because we discuss security matters there. Of course, DPO will sit with us, area commander will sit with us, CP will sit with us and say, we have this problem here, we are trying to solve it this way. If you are a criminal, you get the information, you go and contact, you go and share it. So we first of all screen you. We have your address, we have everything. When you are screened and we know who you are, we take you in.
Okay, Ibrahim from Badia, thank you for joining us. Yes, go on quickly.
Good morning, sir.
Ibrahim, you have to blow out the volume of your TV set, otherwise it's going to reverb. And when it reverbs, we can't hear you.
I'll do that, sir.
Thank you very much. Okay, go ahead with your comment or your contribution.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your advice. And now we have been here all what the officer was talking. But I want to tell you something. That what you are telling us about the policeman is not like that. It is not like that. All what you are doing with them by advise the people, try to organize the people, it is from you and the policeman. You never leave their station at all. Hello, sir, are you hearing me?
He's hearing you. He's waiting for you to finish so that he can comment.
He doesn't reach their station. We have been done it here before, where we community people will gather ourselves. When they bring one people come to our station newly, so that they should know that we are the community members. You know that they are arrested our chairman carrying to the Kirikiri. He used 15 days of Kirikiri because we want to go and show ourselves that we are the community members. We want to know the people so that people will know. It has been happening in this Badia before. You know, Orine, Badia, and then Amukoko police station. This idea never reached out to the extent that if you see something, you go and report to those people to arrest you.
Okay, let him respond. Thank you very much. Okay, quickly.
Thank you.
I'm sure you cannot deny that this is possible.
I agree with you completely. But let me quickly say that police cannot take anybody to Kirikiri. I can say that clearly. The police has no power to take any person to Kirikiri.
But how about the man that was taken to Kirikiri?
I'm trying to clear that. Police will only arrest you and put you in their cell. That's the custody of police. It's only the judiciary that can send somebody to Kirikiri. So from your cell, police will take you to the court and say you have done this and this. It's not left for the judge to say, remand this person in Kirikiri or release this person.
No, if perchance somebody is now taken to court.
Yes.
And then the judge or the magistrate says remand in Kirikiri.
Police cannot do anything. Police cannot do. It's not the police that's taking the man to Kirikiri.
No, but
it's
the
judge
police that has reported the man to the.
Of course, they have reasons to take the person before the judge.
No. PCRC position, therefore, what can you do to bridge that? Because there's a gap now. There's a gap of information or communication. Now, the PCRC members at Badia,
yes,
for instance, they have got to give a welcome, as it were.
No, I don't think it's PCRC.
Okay, all right. Who is that? Alaba from where? Emmanuel from Apapa. Emmanuel, go ahead quite quickly. We'll come back to Badia's case. Emmanuel, go on. Oh, I think we lost Emmanuel. Okay, all right. So what do you want?
So let's get it very clearly. The police can find reason. It's not possible for you to say, I am coming to your place to welcome you. And I will not arrest you and take you to Kirikiri. That is not possible. Something might have happened. Information could have gotten there. For a policeman to take somebody to court, he must have evidence. There are several things. Let me tell you, there are several cases that policemen have taken to court, and the court will say, no, I don't have any fact about this. Release this person, allow this person to go. But for the court to say, take the person to Kirikiri, while the case is on, is for the judge to have the thinking that there is a case for this person to answer. It's not that the person has gone to visit. And I tell you, several people will come to us and say, police has done this. The first thing is the person who is coming to say this is from his own side of the story. You must hear the side of the story of the police.
We have so many callers, so we have to be very careful so that we can deal with all the calls. Precious from Ajeguna, thank you, Precious. Go ahead. Let's have your comment, please.
You said that the police cannot take people to
Hello, Precious. Oh, okay. Well, again, I'm sure she's trying to say that police, they need to first get properly educated about this. So can we share that information?
Kirikiri used to be, you call it prison. Now they changed the word to reform, reform, whatever.
Yes.
It's not the responsibility of the police to arrest somebody and take to prison. You can't take to prison. Go and check the law. I'm not a lawyer. It's only judge that can refine somebody, can ask somebody to be in the
remanded,
prison,
yes.
to be remanded. So that is the area I'm clearing. Police can keep you in their cell.
Yes.
They have right to keep you in their cell, but not take you to Kirikiri. They can't take you to Kirikiri.
Well, okay, Adelaide, I hope that your call will stay. Go ahead quickly and lower the volume of your TV set, please.
Thank you. I just want to commend Chairman. Doing a good job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Adelaide. We want you to come and join PCRC. PCRC is for everybody. We are doing it. It's for the whole community. Just go to your nearest police station and tell the DPO, tell officers you want to join PCRC. And they give you the form to join PCRC. It's so easy. It's for everybody. We all want to join hands together and make our community to be safe.
All right. Again, I would like you to emphasize that point because it's very critical, especially in Lagos. We are looking about over 20 million. We can't possibly get the police to be able to manage or police 20 million. So how can PCRC scale up?
That is what community policing is about. That's why the PCRC platform is there. I just told you that we are bringing in supporters in area of the traffic.
Yes.
We are bringing, I was talking about that we went for training on ADL to join the police and do some mediation that are minor, that doesn't need to go to court.
Rather than
that are going to go into court or police. These are areas to support the police in manpower. So that the real traditional policemen can go to more critical crime areas, which ordinary people cannot do.
Yes.
So that we can relieve them of some of these things. However, as I said earlier, we are raising men and women of good reports, of good conscience, to support crime prevention. Most of the things we do has to do with crime prevention. Because in our communities, we can, so when you are with the police and the PCRC, you can also come up and say, SDPO,
let's do this.
Do this. Let me tell you this. One area that is very, very important, pertinent, is the issue that we don't trust when we give information to the police. It's because, one, some people are giving information to the police, and they will go to a beer parlor and say, I will deal with you. Don't share it. I will deal with that boy. I will make sure that I send him to jail at the beer parlor. And at the end of the day, you say police give information out. You have already told the whole world that you are the one that is dealing with the man. Somebody is giving the information. You are giving information to somebody, just went to the counter and write something. It's an open thing. What we are saying is that even if you give information to a peace housing man, a peace housing man in your environment, and the man goes to the DPO and says, DPO, I have this information. If it comes out, you know that it is only the DPO you gave the information to. And we know, we have the reporting line. You know the reporting line.
Between the PCRC and the police formation.
Yes, and we can say, I can go to the commissioner of police, I can go to the area commander and said, I gave an information to DPO, and the information leaked out. And I am a PCRC member, and I know that I don't have to give information to other places. I gave a confidential information to the DPO in his office, and I don't know how it leaked out. And the man will investigate and find out. But when you gave information and you gave information in the air and you expect there's something not to happen.
Okay, that's Engineer SHOWEMIMO there trying to let us understand how all of us can be part of the PCRC. Is he the Deputy National President? Yes.
No, I'm the Chairman, PCRC Lagos State.
Okay, Chairman, PCRC Lagos State. Now, what he has shared with us here, therefore, is very vital information. So your last word here for Lagosians, especially because of what you are, the pioneer status, as it were, that Lagos is trying to blaze for the entire country. Yeah. So what's the last word?
My last word is, especially now, we are going to festive
Christmas,
season.
Yes.
We are going to Christmas. Let's reduce crime. How we can reduce crime is you and I. Let's be involved in crime prevention. Don't let us wait for police to say somebody has killed somebody there, somebody is fighting there. Let us continue to pass the message around. Stop crime. Don't do crime. We, on our part, will start making a lot of campaign. Give you numbers to call. Give you how to do it. You can even write. We'll put boxes in front of police stations. You can make suggestions. Go to the police station. Nobody will see you. Drop your suggestion there. Drop your information there. Let us give information to the police. Police are ready to do their best. But let the community support the police.
So trust the
police. Support the police in whatever way you think you can.
But before you leave, this just occurred to me. Have you noticed the prevalence or the prevalences of cult-related crimes in Lagos recently? Has it come to your attention?
It's about the major problem we have in Lagos now. Cult-related issues, violence, violent crime, and also traffic. These are the major issues the police are having now.
And the PCRC is looking at it.
We are looking at it. Look at it very critically. So we won't get to that when we want to discuss that. It's another thing.
Yes.
It's a very difficult one.
Yes.
Difficult one in the sense that sometimes the law against cultism is not, we don't have any law against cultism.
Specifically.
It's only unlawful association.
Yes.
And when you arrest somebody for unlawful association, maybe 6 months, 3 months, it comes back, continues, come back, continue. We have the problem in the hand. It continues to revolve.
So we need to look at
we know that there enable laws that will make people not to do cultism. And besides, let me quickly say this. Besides, these cultism are youngsters. They are young ones. They need to be reoriented. They need to be reorganized. They need to be given something to do to take them out of this. Some of them are ignorant of what they are doing. The society needs to see how we can change their thinking, change their line of thoughts, so that we can make them useful materials. They are killing themselves for nothing, for no reason.
So reorientation.
Reorientation of these people. Thank you very much.
Engineer SHOWEMIMO.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the time spent with us. Thank you for your effort at the PCRC. We'll call you back again so we can measure, we can begin to look at the deliverables, because you're rolling out some new programs. So after a while now, we'll call you back to come and analyze to us again what you have been able to achieve.
We really appreciate you.
And for our viewers, of course, you know that for Close Flow, the conversation is never over, because it's all about you and how you can change the Nigerian narrative. So go and follow all our social media handles. Take away some of the points that Engineer SHOWEMIMO raised here and see how you also can be a member of the PCRC and contribute your own quota to crime prevention on our streets. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.